Hi guys, this is Ms. Shemansky. I'm going to go over your presentation and evaluation guidelines, how you are supposed to do your paper. I'm doing a little demo of what you will actually do. You will record a video of yourself, such as this one, in case we're doing a hybrid mode or completely online. I'm recording this in June 2020, and we're like praying that we can do the semester like normal people. Which by the time you watch this video, it should be the end of the semester. So I'm talking to you in the future, talking to myself in the future. Anyway, so I'm gonna go over the worksheet or not the worksheet, but the evaluation sheet that you should either, you don't have to print it out, you can just look at it, but make sure that as you prepare your notes that you have every single thing, because that's how I'm gonna, do your grade. I'm gonna look at your video presentation or a presentation in class if you end up doing that in class, and I will grade you that way. So I am now going to reduce myself and go over the sheet. So the first thing I'm evaluating you for is that you clearly stated topic and your thesis statement. Obviously, the topic it should be enough for you to just say one sentence that I'm writing about genetically modified foods. This is what they are, and although many people think they're safe, I find it very disturbing that we still that we're allowed, they're allowed to be sold in the grocery store or whatever. However you feel about the topic, and clearly state your thesis statement. As a matter of fact, you can go ahead and just read it from your paper. By reading, I mean make notes. Although many disagree, I believe, because reason number one, reason number two, reason number three. So make sure that your thesis statement is very clear. We are following the format of the paper, and you're going to first line of arguments. You should mention a couple of things here. I suggest that you say the first reason, I believe, and then describe your position and what evidence you have. Same for second line, like the second reason, I believe, and third reason, and so forth. Now, when you get to first opposing and refutation, you will just literally repeat from your paper. Opponents argue that, they point out that, have I believe, and so forth. And you will do this for the second and third. It's very important and of great help to me if you literally say first reason, second reason, or opposing refutation number one, opposing refutation, opposing view and refutation number two. It helps me kind of follow the guidelines. If I am in the position where I'm like, second or third, I kind of lost track, because people do lose track. Your audience will lose track. You don't know this, but they do. So be sure to cover all the bases. Sometimes students will forget to mention the third one. They'll get distracted. I don't know why. The most forgotten part of presentation is the conclusion. For some reason, people spend so much time preparing for presentation, they forget to make a concluding remark. And all you have to say is, in conclusion, finish it. So be sure to plan for that. Responded to questions and comments. If we do this in person, then I will invite the class to ask you something, or I will make a snotty remark. Or if you're doing a video, I'll just give everybody 5 points for that, as I may or may not get a chance. Now, maintaining clear voice, eye contact, and pose. Since we're in the world of video communications, it's very important that you do maintain good, clear voice. I sometimes use my little headphones for better noise, but I don't every time. I think eye contact is very difficult because you can't look, like if I look at myself, of course, you look like this. So if I want to make eye contact with you, I have to look at the camera. Have the little sliding window. And so, of course, pose. Sometimes students will record sitting, sometimes students will record standing up. It's whatever works for you. It's all fine by me. Do what's comfortable to you as long as you project confidence and knowledge. A couple of more important notes on this. Do not read your paper. Do not read your paper. If you come in front of the camera and start reading your paper, it will not go very well. Do not highlight things in your paper and then read to it, because what ends up doing is start flipping pages, and every time people lose their spot because the Even though you're focused when you organize notes and it seems so simple, the anxiety of public performance makes you forget that you just covered point number one, but you're kind of like not really sure. So it's very difficult to, it takes years to get really comfortable to stand in front of the audience or the camera and not lose your shit, basically. The anxiety will just overwhelm you and you will forget things. So keep that in mind. I do recommend you make little post-it notes, first, second, third. So you're welcome to do that. You can glance down at your notes. That would be fine. That would be fine. But you cannot just look down and read the entire thing in a very boring voice. I also don't want you to turn the presentation into like a vlog or blog kind of stuff. I want you to stay very focused on the paper. Do not digress. Stay focused. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me or text me. Other than that, there should be a deadline on Blackboard when you will submit your video. Sometimes there is a problem transferring such large files, so I have alternative ways to do it. I recommend WhatsApp or Google Drop, or sometimes Blackboard will accept it. It just depends. Depends. Or maybe by the time we are in June or July or December, November, because November is when you're going to be turning it in. 2020, I don't know, Blackboard may be already capable of that. So take care. Stop recording. Stop recording. Where's the stop button? Okay, found it. All good.